Hey, everybody. What's going on? I can't see anybody's face. Hey, Philippe. I haven't seen you around for a little while, buddy. Jay, Cindy,
Yes.
Sergio. What's going on,
Hello.
everybody?
Um,
Hey, I'm glad you guys, I'm happy you guys made it. I got kind of a treat for you guys tonight. Uh, and so my wife put together a little slide presentation, so I have to like show it or I get in trouble. So, we're going to share the screen real quick.
oh,
You guys see that?
yes.
Yes.
Isn't it pretty? Anyway, so what is power? Right? We're going to look into what is power tonight. Here, I got to move this. Power, the art of intent. What is power? Let's take a deep dive into it and look at what the mastery of awareness tells us. In this webinar, you will discover eternity in the fall, the dream, the tonal and the nagual, the recapitulation and why we do it, where power hovers, alignment, the will, what is the will, and we're going to discover some nasty hanky panky that's going on out there, and we're going to do an energetic clearing around it. Okay, so and why you should do more of this work that I'm doing. It isn't about tactics, it's all about command. And once you have it, no one, no market, no algorithm, no critic, no AI, no government can take it away from you.
Mm.
So I'm going to stop it right there. And we're going to go to my trusty whiteboard. Okay, let's just pretend this is eternity. Okay, here we are. We're in an eternity, and here we are, right there. Do you see it?
Barely.
I'm going to make it a little bit bigger. We're a little speck in eternity, right? This whole universe. So I'm going to make it a little bit bigger so we can get a little visual. This is what they call the fall. This is eternity.
Are you stating that was because we're in the season of fall? Am I
No.
catching your drift? Okay.
That's what they call it. They call the fall of man.
Oh, okay.
All right. That's what they call the fall. So it's actually impossible, right? This is actually impossible because you're still part of eternity. I don't know why this is a fall, but we're still part of eternity, no matter whether they call it the fall or not. But what we want to do is get back to there somehow. And I just want to reiterate, this ends someday. It's just gone, and it happens in the twinkle of an eye of eternity. This whole thing right here might be millions or billions of years here, but in eternity, it's just the twinkle of an eye. So, what do we want to do? Well, that's also what they call the dream. Or the game. This is the biggest game out there. You can choose from eternity to go to. We chose to come to this place because it's the biggest game, because you forget who you are. You forget everything. And then you have to start remembering to get back to where you came from. Does that make sense to you guys? All right. They also call this, like in the Masters of Awareness would call this the Nagual. I hope you guys can see that. I don't think my writing's very good, but bear with me. Okay, we're gonna mess it up. And this is a tonal.
A what? Totem.
Tonal.
Tonal. I spell it Tonal.
Yeah, tonal. And
Tonal.
this is Nagual. Nagual. And so this is actually the unspeakable out here. You can't talk about once you see that, like whoever sees the face of God will not live. Right? The conscious mind can't comprehend it. So all you can do is really witness it. To come back into this and talk about it. I mean, we're talking about it now just because this is what it was explained to me as, and we're talking about it. But everything that is said or thought or felt or smell, not felt, but smell, what you smell, what you see, what you taste, what you talk about is part of the tonal. Everything else that isn't is the Nahual. And that's a big area, baby. That's eternity. So where does power hover? All right. We'll go. We got to back up. Hold on. We're talking about the recapitulation, what it does. What the recapitulation does is gets rid of the items of the tonal, starts eliminating some of the energetic binds and cords that are stuck to everything in this place. And it'll let you get back to here. We're all liars, and we're all liars. Your grandpa was a liar, and your dad was a liar, and I'm a liar. We don't always want to go back to here. We just want a better one of these. Right? We just want a better one of these. That's all everybody's always searching for, is a better one of these. But really, in reality, you really want to get out of this thing, whatever it is, right? So that's why we do the recapitulation. And so it helps by it removes the core energetic bindings that tie you to this place. Now there is a fact, you can't get rid of all the bindings because there's some you just can't get rid of, or you die, right? So you can reorder the items of the tonal. In other words, like say self-pity or self-importance. Self-pity is where you feel superior to everybody. And so when something doesn't happen as planned, you feel like you're victimized. And so you get hooked to your fellow man that way. And then, or self-importance is where you feel inferior to everybody else. So you're constantly, it's a person who constantly produces and tries to outperform everybody in the competition all the time, tries to be the best at everything. And so what we replace that with is like death, because death is a much better advisor, because he's not going to lie to you. He's going to say, yeah, you better do that today, dude, because you might be dead tomorrow. So what it does is it brings you out of procrastination. That tool brings you right out of procrastination, because all of a sudden death is stalking you, and you've got to do it now, today, or tomorrow night. It might touch you in an hour. You never know. We're going to know when we die. So that's why we switch places with a few things on the island of the tonal. They call it the island of the tonal, and it's really just an island out in the middle of eternity. But that's kind of what we're in. Okay. So where does power hover? Well, I'm just going to erase it. Now, you got to keep in mind that we're an exact replica of the universe, right? So here we are. Got an energy body surrounding us, right? And we're actually literally surrounded by eternity at all times. It's just all we're doing is projecting our outside world. And I'm going to show you what's going on a little bit later. Anyway, with your thoughts, it's your internal dialogue that projects this external world. And so they teach you that you got to stop the thoughts. It's called stopping the world. And so when you can do that, you can shift your realities. Okay. So this is pretty wild stuff. You maybe have never heard of it before. And what does it have to do with health nut stuff and stuff like that? You might be asking that. Well, it has everything to do with health nut stuff, because if you're not healthy here in the energetic body, you're not going to be healthy with the physical body. It's not going to happen. Because things from the energetic body will land in the physical body eventually. And it'll cause all sorts of problems, disease, pain, discomfort, old age, all that nonsense. So where was I? Where's power hover? Power hovers here. We're going to go into power. What is it? Well, they found out, they describe it as intent. Now we have to define intent. What is intent? Intent is the force. Okay, intent is the force that binds everything together. It's what binds atoms together, binds molecules together, binds universes together, binds galaxies together. It's what holds everything in place. So this is very powerful. These guys who could manipulate intent were performing legendary acts. The stuff that are just legends now. And they screwed it all up because they got. Intent is power.
Is it intention, Bob?
No. Intent is the force that binds galaxies together. It's a force. If you want to think of it this way, you could think of the force in Star Wars.
Okay.
The ship they were using in Star Wars is the description. In fact, I think that book was taken from this information, or those movies were taken from this information, literally. That and Joseph Campbell's Hero's Journey, they're very similar. So intent is power. But so how do you access this? So they what was it? Alignment. You'll have to excuse my writing. I'm kind of new at this, so
alignment.
Alignment. Anyway, so alignment is when this dude right here, the energetic fibers from inside the energy body inside align with whatever's outside, and that's what causes perception. So they're going to call it the mastery of alignment, but it was something more than that. Because how do you manipulate it? Well, they found out how you manipulate it is through the will. Now, I have to warn you, there's a warning with power, okay? Because power is like the third natural enemy of man. And anyone who puts in a bid for power, you're gonna have to expect a battle with power. And the battle consists of this. Power is inherently possessive. In other words, if you think that this is yours, and I'm the one doing it, man, you're going to go fucking crazy, and it's going to take you for a ride you never wanted to go on. And you can see that in the world today. It is very prevalent today in today's society. There are fucking there are maniacs running this place, and they've got hooked by power. They've got possessed by it. It's all over the place today, and they've gone nuts. is what they've done. It will drive you crazy. So the key to power, I'm going to stress this, the key to power is knowing that it's not yours. Never will be, never can be, never ever will be. Just know that, this is how I do my clearings. I'm tapping into power, and I'm using the will and intention to do it. And intent is the powerful force that binds everything together. So it will also unbind. Okay. So I use it to clear things, and we realign these energy fields, and then all of a sudden your perception changes the outside world to what it's supposed to be. I don't know if that makes sense. I'm trying to explain it the best I can, right?
Yeah, it does for me, because what I do is to be this is how I manifest. You have to ask for something and then be in alignment, and a lot of things can be holding you back, and then allow.
It will reorganize itself with whatever your intention and will is.
So I have another question.
Yeah.
So, I can take like my kids' energy and bring them here. Can I bring them in me and they can receive this, right?
Can you what? Bring what in?
The energy of my kids into this meeting.
Yeah, if you'd like. You know how to do that.
Yeah, okay.
Sure. This is a big one. This clearing we're going to do today is a big one, and it was actually, well, yeah, that's what we're going to talk about. We talked about the will, right? I don't know if you understand that. It takes a lot of practice. It takes a lot of stuff. I give coaching over this stuff when I do my clearings for everybody. It's just easier for me to actually clear this and realign this nowadays than to have you go through the whole work of recapitulation, not doing, erasing your personal history, and then we'll teach you dreaming, but that dreaming can be dangerous as well. So I just want to stress that power is an enemy. It's an enemy, and it must be treated as such.
So if there was one word, Bob, what would they teach you? Like the best word to be? Is it alignment? Is it love? Is it peace? What with your teachings, what is the best word? Is there a word, or?
I don't know if there is a word, because it's kind of complex, but I would say love is one of them.
Okay.
Because remember, when we're doing the clearings, we choose love and let go of everything else that does not serve us. And what that does is realign the energy field patterns and put you into alignment with what's out here. What will happen is the outside world will realign with what's inside. So this rearranges not, once you rearrange this rearranges out here. I know you've heard that before.
Yeah.
I'm going to erase this.
Okay.
Yeah, now that's kind of a deep conversation, and it's about time we had it. So anyway, have fun with that. And if you want some coaching around how to use power, I can do that, but there's going to be some work first, right? There's going to be some serious work to do, and you got to be very committed, and you've got to be impeccable with your energy. So that's one of the keys. That is the key to this whole thing, is impeccability. And impeccability means being impeccable with your energy. Hey, Rose. It's good to see you. Anyway, so
hey, how's it going?
Good. It's good to see you.
Got a full house. How you guys doing?
We're all doing great. Anyway, so I did find some hanky panky going on. That's what I like to call it anyway. And we're going to take a look at what that is. Okay. And it has to do with, so I have to remember myself.
Are we gonna get a number again, Bob?
No, you're gonna get a clearing, a big one.
Okay.
Um,
Big one.
I'll give you a number if you want later on tomorrow when I see you.
Okay.
No,
Number
for a free clearing.
Like the number to
Oh.
repeat. Well, I
Oh,
can't,
yeah.
I think the other one was 499-1905.
No. Oh yeah, that one was a number for 5G, right?
Yeah.
I don't remember. I don't remember. I've got so many of them stacked up because you can identify an energetic influence through a number. So that's why I identify it through a number, and that number I gave you is a counterwave frequency for the whatever number I came up with, what was 5G with. So you just do a counter frequency, and it eliminates it. Now I haven't really figured out how to turn it into healing for energies. So whatever detrimental energy, we're gonna try that later on. I'm working on that. Okay, that might take a little while.
You know, when I said it, I felt a shift. And then also, with being in Costa Rica, you know, in the jungle, everything up and down, like I hiked like 807 stairs up and then 807 stairs down. So like I was dizzy. I think it's just because the fluctuation of everything was up and down, hills, mountains, nothing was flat land. So, but I'm fine now that I'm home.
Hey, let me tell you something. The energies right now are off the charts. There's something going on because me and my wife both got lightheaded today, and I had to actually eat some meat to get grounded again because and I don't really eat meat that much, so I actually ate some today just to ground. It was like, holy schmoly, get back in the body, get back in here. So anyway, well, we're going to talk about the Hanky Panky. We're going to talk about looking glass. Mirroring. Technology. Has anybody ever heard of looking glass technologies?
No.
Yeah. It's where they look into the future, and they could tell what's going to happen. They got a bunch of psychics, and they got this technology, and then they looked into the future. Well, there's more than what meets the eye. Okay, and this is an effect of long-term effects of conspiracies, news, and various propaganda information. And what it does is it hits the lower radial body. The radial body is located like between the breastbone and the navel. That's your solar plexus. So it disembodies the solar plexus, that your radial body, and it also causes what it registers in PRVH as a reflector or projector implant that can't be traced. And what this does is, you see all this news and stuff, you see it over and over and over again. What they're doing is they're making you in the media, social media, they're making you, it registers this implant on there, and then it starts reflecting it out into the outside world. And so and then they have holographic technologies, okay, that will make this stuff show up. So for an instance would be like an alien invasion. I'm sure you guys have heard of that on social media by now. Yeah, we're going to have a Project Bluebeam or something. Well, it's a holographic technology, mirroring technologies they're using from Project Looking Glass. That's what I discovered over the past few weeks. It was actually Curtis who made me look into this on one of our classes because I was talking about non-player characters or something, and he corrected me on something. And I thought, oh, holy shit, I'm hooked. I got hooked somewhere. So what this does, I'm going to just show you. We talked about this in another class too. So we got let's color this in black.
The yin and the yang. Can I share something, Bob? When I do clearings on people, I see like it's like bugs on their back, like hitchhikers. I can tell,
Yeah.
and I pick them off, give them to Mother Earth.
Yeah, we're gonna
That's very common.
very common. Anyways, that's what it does. It's a projector implant. So what it does is it causes you to be polarized. So hey, I'm with the good guys, or I'm with the bad guys. Well, if you're either one of those, you've been polarized. When you've been polarized, there's no way you can get to unconditional love. Because you know, these two hate each other. This is what is a consciousness trap. Hope that makes sense. That's what they're doing, is trying to harvest. I'll call it a harvesting of souls in a consciousness trap. Okay, and what it does is makes you all of a sudden you don't have unconditional love. How could you, right? Because you've been polarized. I hate these fuckers over here because they're killing babies. You know what I mean? And I do. I've been caught in that consciousness trap. Yeah, we all have, I think. And so, what we want to do is become neutral.
Is the white the pure area or no?
Yeah, but you don't really want to be hooked into this or this. Yeah, I mean, you could be, hey, I'm Team Light, hurrah, Ray, but you still hate the Team Dark. So what it does is polarize your consciousness, and you get caught in this trap. And remember, from my class like 2 sessions ago, I talked about the yin and the yang, and how it's actually reversal, and so it doesn't create its own life force energy. So once we can become neutral, we get out of this trap, and we can start back on the ascension path. Is you got to realize that these guys down here are just like these guys up here. They just been disconnected from source completely, and all they can do is look for more money, drugs, sex, rock and roll, whatever it is, to fulfill that hole that's inside of them. You know, hey, I've been there. You know, I am no angel. I have been.
You are an angel.
But you know what? I also discovered some of my best stuff down here in the darkness. So that's why I got all my gifts and how I could see all this stuff. Okay. So this is kind of heavy duty stuff. So I hope, does anybody have any questions about that stuff?
Well, I just want to share that we're all one and we are all walking each other home, and everybody's at different levels. And when you understand that it's their life and everything that happened in their past life and their upbringing is what made them who they are now, we're here just to support each other. Is that right?
Yeah. Well, yeah, because if we support each other, it's unconditional love, isn't it?
Yes.
Hey, I'm sorry you ended up down here like a drug addict. You can't stop doing drugs, but let me give you a hand.
Oh.
You don't have to hate them.
Mm-hmm.
There's some evil shit in this world. I mean, and I don't like it, but still, once I get polarized up here, I get stuck in this consciousness trap. This is kind of what's going on. Okay, I want to it's due to reflector and projector implants, and I'm going to check a few things out because I want to do a clearing. I want to do a clearing. Okay, I want to clear this stuff up out of everybody's field because I checked it out. It's in like 91% of all humanity. So 91% of all humanity has been polarized in some way, shape, or form. So anyway, I don't know if those are correct. I might have to check that out with somebody else. But I'm going to do looking glass mirroring reflector projector implants. And I just made this today. And this actually took a lot of research. It took a lot of time to put together. I've been up since 5 a.m. putting this clearing together because I have to read encyclopedias of information to figure out what to do.
So this will help our psychic abilities.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, because you're not going to be stuck here. Okay, there's another thing about this too. When you're stuck in this and stuck in this, you're either stuck in the past or the future.
Mm-hmm.
How can you be present? If you're always scared to shitless about the future and worried about the past, you can't be in the present.
Mm.
So, yeah, I hope that makes sense. That's another thing that it does.
Definitely.
Polarization.
Yeah.
So let me just check a few things. So we're going to open some people's chakras.
Yeah, and we can't be in judgment because my biggest ability is to trust what I see and feel and share that. And then when I get the clarity that I need from them saying, oh yeah, it makes it all worth it. And this will take five days, Bob, to be.
I don't know. I'll check it out after we're done, and then we'll know how much integration period it'll take. I'm just checking out a few things because we're going to clear a few things first so I can push the energy faster, easier. Like the chakras are only at 43%. I'm just taking an average of everybody here. I'm not including myself. Meridians are only 62% open, so we're going to clear the meridians. Bodies of consciousness are not all the way open. They're only 41%.
Do I need my feet on the floor now?
No, not yet. I'll let you know. Emotional balance is at 52%. Psychological balance is 91%. Overall energy, 1023. 43% usable. So we're going to boost your overall energy. Life force 1023.
I could feel it, Bob. I love this.
Life force energy is 41% usable. Yeah, about 41%. Ability to express free will. Because we do live in a free will universe, but when somebody's projecting this stuff into your field, this is nonsense. Look, I will not put up with any kind of this stuff going on. You know what I mean? Because you have the right to self-sovereignty. So people are actually violating universal law by doing this because they're not really disclosing it to you. I mean, they say they are. It might be hidden in a document somewhere on the internet somewhere. And that's their disclosure, or they might even spread it out in social media. Hey, there's an alien invasion coming or whatever. Here comes 3-Eye Atlas. So, whatever, So ability to express free will is down, so we're going to open that up. The only reason I'm doing this right now is because there's some people who haven't received a round 1, 2, and 3 clearing here today. Now I'm just going to open you up so you can get this stuff in there. I can get this stuff in there and clear this nonsense out. Otherwise, it works way better if you receive a 1, 2, and 3 from me.
I feel it all in the heart.
So we're actually not sitting too bad as a group here. So I'm just going to clear this first. We're going to open up the chakras. We're going to open up the meridians. We're going to open up the bodies of consciousness. We're going to adjust the physical megahertz of the body if it's needed. We're going to open up your emotional balance, your psychological balance. We're going to boost your overall energy of the body mind field complex. We're going to boost the life force energy. We're going to boost your ability to express free will and be choice in your life. And that's it. So feet flat on the floor. This is not the whole clearing. This is just a preliminary, okay?
Okay.
Feet flat on the floor. Breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth, big clearing breaths. Think to yourself, I will choose love and let go of everything that does not serve me. 595. 762. 8164. Heading 5778. 3652. There we go. 1286. Okay. Anchor, lock, seal. Thank you, creator of all that is. Now we can get into a clearing, okay? You can check that out. Yeah, everything's looking good.
Oh, so you can test.
All I did was a preliminary clearing that made it easier for me to push the energy in to clear all this other nonsense out. And I'm going to read to you what I'm going to clear, okay?
Okay.
And we're going to clear all forms, types, levels, varieties, qualities, and classifications of inappropriate dimensional bodies, including advanced forms. We're going to clear all booby traps, fail-safe mechanisms, self-defense mechanisms, and covert, hidden, concealed, secret, etc. That what that does is causes these things to reinstall. So we're going to clear that. Clear any types of clones or cloned influences of any type, forms, or fashions. That causes everything to reinstall as well. So we're going to clear that. Now, this next one, I am just not going to read it all. It's like huge. So I'm just going to read a little bit of it. This has to do with, we're going to clear all forms of body overlays. And there's just a huge list of them. So I'm just going to clear them all because I'm not going to check each one of them to see which one you have. I'm just going to clear them all from everybody. And also that includes any inappropriate body or area of the body that's been created by another and overlaid. We're going to clear any and all programming, post-hypnotic programming that can cause a download to the body-mind field complex or collapse onto the body-mind field complex and disvoke any invoked influences. Sorry, it's a tongue twister. Clear all forms of reflector implants and projector implants, their effects, results, reflections, and projections, cellular memory, shock, panic, trauma, and energies of violation, or any and all latent implants in the body-mind field complex that cannot be identified as an implant. So those things, when I'm searching for them, because I knew there was some going on, but I was searching for what the flip is it? You know, I mean, because Curtis brought it up to me at that one meeting. I go, what the heck is it? I couldn't figure out what it is. I can't see it under my normal searching. So I had to actually go into the art of dreaming to find it. And I found it in dreaming. Now, I'll have to explain dreaming later. That's just way too deep a conversation. So we're going to clear all projected sorcery and projected sorceries, their processes, programs, results, causes, and effects. Clear all forms of discordant creation fields in, within, near, around, surrounding, above, or beyond, attached or connected to or affecting the body-mind field complex, and clear all that they have created, made, etc., including throughout all time frames, levels, dimensions, dimensional bodies, bodies of consciousness, etc., and especially throughout all future personal universes. This stuff can be projected into your future.
Ooh.
Okay. In your future universes. So when you're walking along, all of a sudden you get, bam, you see this stuff come up your suit. Never mind. you won't experience it now. Let's just put it that way. So anyway, clear all that can cause one to attract, re-manifest, or accept new body overlays into the body-mind field complex, and clear all holograms, holographic imprints that have been caused as a result from any and all body overlays. Clear all and correct any separation, which vertically or horizontally, and any barrier, blockage, or weapon, etc., that can cause such a separation.
I'm feeling super tired. Relax.
Yeah, you're so funny. She's funny.
I feel it. So the overlay, is it like all your lineages, like our attachments from our mom, our grandma? Is that an overlay?
No, this is like no, that's something different. This is like it's an overlay over a dimensional body because you're more than your physical body, so you're a multi-dimensional being. And what these things do, they put an overlay on your dimensional body, and then it starts reflecting a holographic imprint out into your future timeline, and so you start seeing a different reality, and so you get caught in a consciousness trap. That's what this stuff does. So we're going to clear it.
Okay.
We're going to clear any physical thoughts, forms used to drive programs, any body overlays. We're going to clear all forms of sponsoring. I'm not going to read that whole one either. We're going to clear it though. Clear all forms of discordant time-space coordinates that have been placed, projected, or assigned to the field of the individual or past, present, or future parallel universes. Clear one or any area, localized area that has been frozen in a state of inaction or inactivity. This can also have you like freeze up, like not know what to do, right? Because all of a sudden, bam, you're polarized. Man, you might be scared shitless. You know what I mean? Maybe not. Maybe you might feel great, right? I don't, any type of polarization is what we're looking to get rid of. For all form types and influences of bindings, bondage of the individual's body-mind field complex, and the life experience and all that is held in any form or type of bindings, bondage, including one's will, intention, and abilities. For all forms and types of interfering, induced, false, and artificial polarity consciousness affecting one's body-mind field complex success, pursuits, goals, life experience, activity, etc. Oh, like pages of this. Hold on. Clear any and all blocks and blocking. Yeah, okay. We'll clear all blocks. We're going to clear all mind control or commands. We're going to clear all forms and types of interfering, induced, false, and artificial polarity consciousness. Clear any and all extension or pathway or channel extending out of the field complex that will admit interference to come into the body-mind field complex and seal and heal the field, the bodies of, and the auric field. We're going to recombine the energy field and fill it with the individual's own substance throughout the entire energy field. We're going to retrieve and reintegrate all life force energies drained as a result. Reorganize the entire body-mind field complex appropriately. Repair any and all severed meridians. Okay, we've already done that. We're going to clear any and all probes associated with body overlays that can cause one to be observed or monitored and affected at a distance by those that created them. Clear all forms of portals, doorways, openings, channels, flows, links, etc. That's a big one. Okay, discordant channels and flows. We're going to clear and resolve any reversal or polarity reversals of any subtle body or dimensional body. Clear all forms of mind control programs and programming. We're going to clear all inappropriate guides and guidance systems. Clear all holograms in the subtle bodies and higher spiritual bodies that can reestablish or reproject any and all body overlays. Then I do kind of a mop up. And one of these things can cause quite a detox. So we'll go over it. I mean, that's kind of the mop up, okay? I'm not going to read it to you. But just know it's kind of a mop up thing that I do with every clearing. And so what you got to do now is you got to put your feet flat on the floor, breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. Nice big clearing breaths now, because your feet might extend 30 feet out, right? So you got to push this stuff out with your breath. Okay. Think to yourself, I will choose love and let go of everything that does not serve me. That's right. There we go. 8762. Eight 164. 3628. 105778. Keep breathing. 86. There we go. Anchor, lock, seal. Thank you, Creator of all that is. Let's check things out. We're done.
It was huge.
Yeah, I got it.
Wow.
It's 100% locked in there. Okay.
Holy cow. It was a big one. Very emotional for me. I've been holding on to some shit.
Yeah, well, we just begun. It might hit others faster than it does other people, right? Some people get affected faster, and Cindy's very sensitive to energy. Your detox level, the average detox level is like 84%. You guys are gonna feel this one. I'm just telling you. So if you get tired, just take it easy, right? Take it easy for the next couple of days. If you got some water, you got some water.
Yeah. I was gonna say drink a lot of water, huh? Oof.
Detoxes symptoms.
Drink your water.
Hi, Sarah.
Take your zeolite and take your either activated charcoal or your bentonite clay to help the detox. Because what happens, this goes to the cellular level of the body and it removes the stuff, and then toxins get released, and so we need to bind them with something so it gets taken out of the body. This is just like doing like a parasite cleanse. When you blow up the parasite, all these heavy metals and stuff come out of the parasite, and it infects your body, and then it can cause some problems. So we just want to be careful. And if you do get too much of a detox, you can always just holler at me on the Circle app, and I can slow it down. But if it's not too bad, you just want to sit through it. Okay. And so I don't think it's not gonna put anybody in bed, but you guys are gonna feel this. Philippe's already yawning, so I know he's feeling it. What time is it over there, Philippe?
Yeah, it's 1 a.m. It's 1 a.m.
Oh yeah. So
Yeah.
he's a champion.
Yeah. And I'm attending a seminar till 5, so
Wow.
today's gonna be hefty.
And James, your dog is feeling it too. So one time I just I was feeling kind of discombobulated. So I just sent myself quantum healing, and then it just balanced it. So I didn't want to slow anything down.
Well, good. You're gonna feel it. I guarantee it. And then integration period.
And you said like one spoon of bentonite clay in a cup of water in the morning or at night?
I would do it at night, because that's where your detox mostly. That's when you start cleaning. The body starts cleaning itself is at night. So you want to take that at night before you go to bed. And integration period is like a 6-day integration period, but it could take longer than that. But what you'll notice after a little while of doing these clearings, this is why you want to do more of them, is because what you'll start noticing is your outside world's going to look a lot different. All of a sudden, you know, me and my wife see rainbows and butterflies, literally, and it's very beautiful out there. And so, because I mean, we're doing constantly doing clearings, and there's some days that are rough, but it's worth it because, hey, all of a sudden, all your abilities start coming back online. You start remembering who you truly are. You start feeling better, and oh, I'm supposed to. This is where I'm supposed to share the screen again. Did everybody enjoy that?
Oh, so much so, Bob and Sarah. Thank you.
a lot. Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna share the screen because I'm gonna leave you with something. Okay.
Okay.
Oh, this is my wife. Can you guys see that?
No, where is she?
Path of the Heart.
Yeah, the slide is on screen.
Yeah. So if you want any more clearings, you just go to my website, pathoftheheart.net, and schedule an appointment.
Okay.
I'm not just keeping the prices down quite a bit. I mean, I'm only $60 for a clearing. And, you know, my mentor charges $300. So, well, I'm going to leave